All right, welcome to the Ecclesia Kenya. My name is Samuel Mwangi Njeri, and I am a leader, a strategist, as well as a speaker on matters leadership. And today we're here with my very good friend. Piga intro kiasi, bro.
Asante sana Sam.
Yes.
My name is Daniel Mukuha.
Yes.
I am an engineer. I'm also a digital marketer. What do I do as a digital marketer? I do help dental clinics find more clients. By creating for them very good optimized websites.
Yes.
I also do SEO for them and run paid ads. In that way, I create a system where they can find more clients.
Yes.
I'm also an engineer. I've nimesomea TUK.
Yes.
And I've graduated in mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
It's a course I'll later use in building a nation. To better infrastructure. Yes.
Interesting.
And find innovations that you can use in this country.
Wow. Karibu sana Dan. So we're here today to talk about the leadership of our nation, right?
Yes.
And what is good leadership, what is good politics, what is good governance, right? And that's why we're here today. So are you ready for the topic? Are you ready for the discussion?
More than ever.
Yeah. So why are we here, man? What are some of these kind of cultures or mindsets in our nation that you think we need to change?
But we are here because as a nation, man, nikubaya. I can say nikubaya because last Saturday,
yes,
I was watching one of our young activists. Anaitwa Morara, and he was saying that he was seated with one of Kenya's top strategists, ama candidates in this country, and alimuuliza swali moja, what is your plan for Kenya and mbona uisemi? And you know what that politician said? Alisema, I cannot say my plan to Kenyans because Kenyans don't look at a plan. They don't vote for, they vote against.
So they don't vote for their plan.
They don't vote for, they vote against.
Wow. And those are some of the things that are eating up our nation. We are supposed to look at the plan that someone has, the vision, the manifestos that they are supposed to have, but mostly we vote based on the culture that is already there of politics. For example, one of the culture that we use to vote is ethnic. What do we call it? Ethnic what?
Ethnic politics.
The kind of politics that is done in Kenya is we vote regionally and we vote someone that belongs to a community. Those are one of the things that we need to change, because now that culture is wrong and it cannot take us somewhere. Because when I choose someone because it's from my ethnic community, I forget to look at the plan. I forget to look at the vision. So I am voting on ethnic basis, and you realize that it is costing the vision, right? So I believe that's one of the things that we need to change. Some of the things that we also need to actually look at it again is, have you ever seen the way someone just becomes famous, then they are voted in? What do you think about that thing?
Actually, it has a name. If at all tunaweza ongeza kizungu kidogo, inaitangwa patronage. This is a system where you vote candidates according to their ethnicity, their charisma, their personality, and not based on what they can do or their performance record. It's called patronage. The opposite of it is called meritocracy.
Hey bro, you're using hard terms.
If at all tunaweza tumia
engineering terms
kidogo. Sisi Kenyans we fall under patronage. Because sisi tunachaguanga watu kulingana na wave, like huyu msee ndo anatubamba sahi. After some period huyu kidogo atubambi, so tunachagua mwingine, nani sahi anashika ni huyu, and we end up making some very bad decisions And you have seen that over the past few elections.
Yes. That's something that we also need to change. And immediately, we are not supposed to take long. So I was saying, Dan, we have 2 years. It's not actually 2 years. We have less than 2 years to change things. Because I know people are waiting for 2027 to vote some people out or to vote others in. But if there's something that we need to do before 2027, is change the mindset. Is to change the culture of politics, because as long as we are using this culture, it will give us the same leaders. I want us to talk about 3 words: the leaders we have, leaders, right? The systems that we have, right? And how do we actually change the system, the culture? So the kind of leaders that we have right now, because the practices that we actualize are the one that gave us these leaders, right? So we have to talk. So what kind of leaders do we have right now? Then we look at the practices that manufactured these kind of leaders. Then we look at the solutions. So what kind of leaders do you think we have in Kenya?
As tumesema, based on how we choose leaders according to your system, tumesema ya patronage, where we choose a leader depending on their personality, their charisma, their ethnicity. Unapata hii kitu inatuletea mashida, because you'll find maybe as Mount Kenya, tuko hapo tunasema no one else apart from Rigiji. You see?
Yeah.
Watu wa kutoka Kisii wanasema sisi mtu kama si Matiang'i,
yes,
we don't want anything to do with anyone else, and
yes,
and for the Kamba people, they will go for Kalonzo,
yeah,
and so forth.
Yeah.
And unaona hiyo ndo mashida inatuleta hapa, because the kind of performance we want Kenya to have cannot be based on that.
Yes, we can't.
Just because I like you doesn't mean you'll perform.
Or just because I am from your community.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you'll perform.
Yes.
So until as a country we learn to analyze performance, see the records of a candidate, choose leaders according to their capability, and not according to ethnicity and personality and how we feel about them.
Yeah.
Until then, that's when we will change as a country.
Yeah.
And I think mashida ianzi kwa leaders, mashida inaanzia kwetu, because we are the one who put them there. Yeah.
Hata mimi I have the same views. Mimi sina shida na umse ametoka community yako. Mimi sina shida ametoka mtaa yenu. Aya, alafu nilikuwa nakuuliza Dan before we started recording. Mbona if you're choosing a CEO for your company, you look at the skills, you look at the capacity.
Yes.
You look at the vision of that guy. You will look at that. Why don't you take the same criteria that you select an employee for your company, to use the same criteria to choose a leader for our nation? I know many people, hata even the simplest worker, hata mtu akitaka tu kuandika mbochi, angaliange eti mimi nataka mbochi wa kwetu. Hapana. Unataka mtu ataangalia mtu wako fiti, mtu atapika vizuri, nini mtu responsible, right? So vile tu umetaja different leaders from different communities, and unapata a certain region is supporting a certain guy. Paka politicians washaanza kuwa so confident. Wasema tuko na kura sijui ya wapi, tuko na kura ya hii region, tuko na kura ya coast, tuko na kura ya eastern, because a certain leader from a community in eastern ako kwetu. Tuko na kura ya western because there's a certain Luya leader in their party. My friend, we should not give these politicians so much confidence. Because because mtu fulani origin. My friend, we have come to a time where we are supposed to say, we atukatai huyo jamani wa kwetu, ni wa kwetu but sio competent. Ni wa kwetu but ana vision ya change nchi yetu, constituency yetu ama county yetu, so we can't vote. So one of the things that we need to change, that mindset of he belongs to our community. We are changing. We are looking at your capacity. That one we are changing. That kind of mindset. That culture that we have always lived by. Ati wewe ni wa kwetu, we are not voting you this time round because wewe ni wa kwetu. Hapana, wewe ni wa kwetu, yes, hatukatai. Uko na uwezo. What's your vision? What can you do? What is the plan? Because I had Dan said about a leader, they were talking about a leader who said he's not sharing his plan because the people don't choose plans. Apana, this time round is the plan that you have. Is the plan, not where you belong.
Something I found peculiar with the Kenyans.
Yes.
Particularly hata mimi mwenyewe hii shida nilikuwa nayo.
Yes.
Because I used to say that I have nothing to do with politics. Yeah, politics. Politics acha niachie kina Ruto na Rigathi
kusema it's a dirty game.
Yeah, politics is a dirty game. Yeah. And you find that not only me but also many Kenyans fall under that category.
Yeah.
Ya kusema mimi mambo ya politics sitaki. And it's something that you cannot separate from.
Yeah, you can't run away from politics.
You can't run away from politics because it affects your life. Ukienda kwa health, if at all ulieka leader mbaya karibu health, leo kigonjeka unaenda wapi?
Do you know politics affects all sectors?
Everything. Food, education,
kila kitu.
Security. Tumesema health. Zote
business,
including business.
Imagine it affects imports na exports. Because if these guys are the ones who are creating policies that govern those areas, so it affects everything.
Yes. So you find Kenyans separating themselves from politics ndo kitu ina to affect because we never find the data, like policies zikipitishwa hata tujui hizo ni nini.
Yes.
Like country ikiongelea kuhusu budget, hatuangalii hii budget by that tunatumiaje. Yeah, like president ametaja budget ya 4 trillion. Tunatumiaje hii pesa as a country? Hii nayo inaenda wapi?
Unajua Kenya wengi wakisikia sikio budget wanangojanga tu pale kwa kuongeza mshahara peke yake. Unajua mali president anasemanga sijui tunaongeza tu, hiyo ndio wanangojanga peke yake. Na wasikizi the most critical parts.
So tunahepa hiyo part ya kufanya research, of which ndo the most important part.
Yes.
Yenye tunafaa kupiga. Ndo to determine the kind of leaders that we want. Yeah, hiyo part hatuwezi hepa, hatuwezi separate ourselves from politics, na hatuwezi separate ourselves from finding data about these policies zinatengenezwa. The amount of money tunapata as a nation, the amount of money zinakuja kwa counties. Hii data yote lazima tupige research.
True.
Na tutengeneze hizo records na charts na tuone like kama hii mwaka governor yetu alipewa hii pesa.
Yes.
Ametumiaje?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to make sure we have that data and we are following up on.
Yeah, until you go down to that level, ndo tutahepea hizo politics za huyu ni mtu wetu, huyu ni wa Mount Kenya, huyu ni wa wapi. Yeah.
Do you know in the Bible Jesus kuna mahali alikuja kutafutwa na watu wa kwao. Akaulizwa, na sasa ni mama yake na brothers wake. Akaulizwa, brothers wako na mama yako wanakutafuta. Akasema hapana, mi brother yangu na mama yangu ni wale watu wanafanya the will of God. In fact in Kenya it should be the same. Wherever the people that are applying justice, the people who are doing the right things, those are the people that you should consider your brothers. Ule mtu unasema this is my person, these are our people, is that leader mnajua integrity yake iko tick, you know? In terms of his management skills, their resources are public, ako tick. Hawa ndo tutaita brothers wetu, hawa ndo tutaita watu wetu. Lakini hawa watu wanajiita wetu because of our community, but kuiba anatuibia vibaya sana. So mongelea about watu kusema ati it's a dirty game. John CW was talking about it yesterday, a few days ago. He was saying many people say ati politics is a dirty game. Akapena example ya nguo ikichafuka unaitupaga ama unaiyoshaga. Akasema so if politics is dirty, what we need to do is we come and clean it. And that's why we here talking about how we change mindset of how we view leadership, you know, how we can change the culture of politics in Kenya so that we can have a better nation. So it's time to change the systems. It is time to change the culture, but it's not time to separate ourselves from politics. We are coming there into politics and talking about the right leadership. For example, our young people, especially wase wa young dan sisi, hakuna majenzi vile tukuja na movement kali. Sasa ndio tunafaa kuwa ambassadors of change. Sisi tukuje tuseme wazazi wetu mmekuwa mkivoti hivi, mnavotia mseo kwetu. This time si tunachange hiyo culture. Mambo ya kuvotia mseo kwetu haiwezi. Tunavotia mse akona character, mse akona skills, mse akona vision noma ya kuchange constituency yetu. Hiyo ndio mse tuna vote. Mambo ya sijui tu vote sababu ya region hapana. And we should tell this to our leaders, the current leaders that we have right now. By the confidence yenu ya atijuu kwa na region fulani because umetoka huko, hiyo kitu hapana. Hiyo kitu I work this time round, hiyo kitu imechange. Hiyo tumeimaliza. The last time it applied is the previous election. This coming election we are voting for people who have the vision for our counties, you know, people who will end even corruption, people who themselves are not corrupt. Anyone that is not corrupt 2027, we are not giving such people a chance. Hapana. Already we will have chance yako ulisha waste. So we are looking for the people with the right character, people with zero corruption. By this time atuchezi. Acha nikwambie kitu kingine tunafaa kufanya. Unaona vile wase uvotia mse fulani wasema mse ni wetu. Tunakuvotia unaingia unapata kiti. Alafu ukianza corruption sisi ndio tunakudefend. Hiyo kitu pia tunamaliza kidani. Kama sisi ndio tutakuchagua bro, tukuchagua kwa kiti, we will be the first people to look at you and fight you in case you mess up with our money. Hakuna this time tunakudefend. Oh, we voted you in, so right now ukipatikana kwa kesi tunakudefend. Hapana, in fact si tukichagua upatikane na kesi, si kwanza ndio tunatafuta, tuna research evidence. Si ndio tunatafuta evidence to make sure wewe jamaa unalala ndani. Lazima you change. Hakuna vile bro ati tunakuchagua alafu si ndio tuna defend ukituibia. Hiyo lazima i change dan. Then niambie kitu kingine lazima i change.
Nimekwambia about literacy.
Yes.
Yeah, like
manze, that's a big one.
Literacy, like lazima to learn, lazima pia tukue na a vision of where we want to be as Kenya. Because kuna realities zingine azileti shangwe.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying this to criticize.
Yeah.
But awezi sema tunaenda Singapore na we do not have a plan. Unaona?
Yes.
Because I was looking at Singapore.
Yeah.
And walikuwa in the same position we are.
Yes.
In the year 1965. Hapo ndo walikuwa the same crisis tuko nazo. Walikuwa na high unemployment rate.
Yes.
Ilikuwa imefika I think 14% almost. Hakuwa na walikuwa in debt. Hiyo ndio time wali separate from Malaysia. And so you see hii vision tunauziwa.
Yeah.
Hakukuwa vile wako sahi.
Yes.
Based on dreams. Walikuwa na clear strategy.
Yes.
And what they did is they planned long term.
Yeah.
So that walikuwa na a plan ya almost 30 years.
Yes.
So wakai divide in phases.
Yes.
The first phase ilikuwa ya survival. Where walikuwa najiuliza questions in that where are we as a nation sahi?
Yes.
And what are the things that you can do kusolve hizi mashida tuko nazo? And sioni kama Kenya sahi tuko hapo.
Hatuko hapo. Honestly.
Yes, tuko na hizo dreams. But hata phase 1 had solve. Maswali walikuwa najiuliza kwa hiyo phase ni hizi unemployment rates tuko nazo. Ni nini tunaweza do towards it? So what they did is wali create so many manufacturing companies.
Yeah.
So that wa employ wase wao tu. Unaona? And then they also build just basic infrastructure.
Yeah.
Roads, stima, maji, basic. Of which nikiangalia our situation right now, bado tuna struggle na stima. Bado tuna struggle na maji.
Yes.
Sisi hapa bado tuko umoja.
Yes.
Umoja tuna struggle na maji. What do you think of mtu ako Kisumu Bondo? Like hata basic level kama hizo kama to achieve. Mbona tunaongea about Singapore? So lazima tuangalie about such things. The second phase walienda ni scaling up. Like unaona hizi sasa companies wametengeneza, hizi manufacturing companies wametengeneza. What they did is walitengeneza high level. Like kama walikuwa wanatengeneza maybe chairs. Kitu niliona walitengeneza ni pharmaceuticals and electronics. Wali upgrade. Companies walikuwa nazo. So unaona wakaanza kupiga exports. Then that phase wakaji frame as a go to country. Like ukitaka hii kitu you go to there. So wali enhance ports zao and stuff so that countries zinaenda huko tourism. Like wakaji strategize vizuri. Sasa wanajiuliza is how can we stay ahead? How can we stay ahead of the game? So sahi wana wako knowledge and innovation.
Unajua shida yetu ni gani bro? Our problem is slogans. We have slogans. Tunaenda Singapore.
Slogans
bottom up. Man,
tulikuwa na Canaan.
Bana kulikuwa tuna Canaan. But the actual structures, because if you have a vision, you need to have the structures. Vile tu umesema. What is the plan? Which is the step 1 tunaanza wapi? Naona? Sasa hawa say walikuwa na vision na walikuwa na structure. Sisi tuko na vision na tuna structure already. Alafu another thing, you can't say we are on our way to Singapore but you are sabotaging what is helping us to get there. Because I've come to realize that when you talk about empowerment projects in Kenya, bro, you'll find out that in Kenya we usually have empowerment projects that favor government state officials. Unapata this empowerment program has been started so that we can give a contract to a certain politician. So the aim is to give a politician money, you know. It's to make this person even more richer, because you have talked about employment. They had a way of solving unemployment problems. Because I realize one of the way of solving an employment problem is through empowerment, but doing it in the right way. For example, young people are very innovative. They're very creative, you know. They have innovated stuff. They need empowerment. The reason I came to realize that our Kenyan government is not very intentional about empowering young people. I saw young people who innovated a program that can be used to fix our electoral problems. Also innovate blockchain noma sana. Do you know the government did not take it? If at all wako na interest ya kuempower wase wa young, wangechukua hiyo program, si usha create employment. For example, right now ile system tunatumia employment I think ni ya nje. It's not our own, but now we have our own. So wakipea say hiyo job, waseme hiki project umetengeneza, we will take it up. You've created an employment. Alafu mimi nilikuwa nasema another way that you can actually create employment in Kenya. For example, government inaongana tenders mob inaweza peana. What about if you say that any tender tunapeana kama government, we only tunapeana tu tender kwa company inaoniwa na 50 people only. If a company is not owned by 50 people, we are not giving it out. So a company that is owned by 1 billionaire, we are not giving you a contract. So tunapeana for example, so ukisema tuseme you're constructing a road, then you create you say we need 50 engineers from UN, or maybe 10 they form a company, you know, and they make sure they have skilled people who can make sure that we create a road, you know. They make sure there are surveyors there. So you give the contract to many guys who have come from campus, you know, and at all, if they lack skills, you take them for internship in an international company that is making roads, and they come back and they construct the road. It will take less money to just empower them, and then they come and give them the job. The money will remain here.
You know what you're talking about.
Yes,
is actually something that has been done. Yeah, by our model country, Singapore.
Cheeky.
What they did is,
yes,
you see now in phase 1, where they were looking how can we save ourselves as a nation. They build a lot of companies, and what they did is, now these companies that we have created, they need workers.
Yes.
So let us train our students to fit in the industries that we have created.
Yes.
So now the education was based on skill. So that when students come out of the schools, they just integrate them into their manufacturing companies.
Yes.
Yeah, and in that way you'll have what you call more exports. You are having more manufacturing.
Yes.
And yet no unemployment, because schools are teaching based on the requirements of the industries.
Yeah. You're already trading someone for an opportunity that's already there.
Yeah. And these are things that have been done. Like
there's
we
nothing
just
new
have
under
to
the sun.
Copy
basically.
And paste.
Yeah. Manze. So you realize that the problem of our nation is not even, sometimes it's not lack of information, it is intentionality. And there are people who are very self-centered, selfish leaders, who they are only interested with benefiting themselves and not the young people or the Kenyans at large. Those are some of the things that we need to fix, man. So hiyo kitu by the tumetaja ya mambo ya slogans. By the way, Kenyans should stop being manipulated. Kenyans, we need to step up, right? By the way, we need to actually be free, have mental freedom. Usikuwa tu bebo ina slogan. Usisikie tujui hii slogan unabebwa nayo. For example, this slogan, okay, ina shida. Kuna hii slogan mbili sasa ina trend Kenya. Kuna one term na two term. So hizi slogan zote it's about individuals or against individuals.
Yes.
My friend, tuache story ya one term na two term. Let's talk about issues. Let's talk about how we can fix unemployment. Wewe wa east side, what is your plan to fix unemployment? Wewe wa east side, wewe utafixaje unemployment? Wewe wa east side utareduce aje cost ya electricity? Wewe wa east side utareduce aje cost ya electricity? Wacha tuongelee, wacha ikuwe issues based. In fact, Kenyans should take these people of slogans as red flags. Wasi wa slogans tunafaa kuwa label. In fact, by the way, ukitaka kuchange by the leadership ya Kenya, you need to actually just step back a bit and look. You realize that we don't have leaders. You know, in this, as you jack on TV kila siku na social media wakisema do what. We don't have leaders. No one is talking about issues. Kila mtu anaongelea tutoe huyu, mwingine tutoe huyu tuweke huyu. Hapana. What about the issues? No one is talking about the issues. Sai ukiangalia Kenya, the economy is doing really bad. Who are talking about nikina neno naongelea about how to fix the economy, but we also need to actually pia commend people who are doing a good job.
Yes.
For example, I need to commend this one person, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. He's doing a lot of educating people about economics, right? He's doing an amazing job. We need to give him his flowers. He's doing an amazing job. By the way, Ndindi has no time for politics. He's not doing politics at all. He's talking about, he's empowering, but he's doing a lot of training in terms of mambo ya business na investing. He's doing a lot of mentorship. In fact, those are the kind of leaders we should be looking at. I also need to talk about another person. Ambassador John CW is talking about how we can stop talking about parties and all and talk about things that we need to actually fix. You know, he's talking about how we can change the culture as well. Politics. He's talking about solutions. He's among the people who came up with the solution. The blockchain system ambayo inafaa kusaidia easy mambo ya election, right? Hata pia they have come up with another system that inaweza fix shida ya SHA, the medical whatever thing. He has also come up with another system, right? He's also doing a campaign that is called End Tribalism campaign. So style ya politics yenye very tribalistic, he is also campaigning against that. So those are some of the people that we actually tusiongelee tu watu negative, the negative things that are going on, and we are not seeing the good things that are going on. So those people that are doing those kind of projects, we really commend them, and those are the kind of people we are supposed to be looking at going ahead. Yeah. Yes, Dan.
Actually, as unaongea nilikuwa naona, unajua Ndindi Njoro was at Citizen I think 2 months ago.
Was it 2 months or 2 weeks ago when they were with Babu?
2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Almost 2 months ago. And you can see that he has a clear strategy, and the good thing is the things that he is saying, we can see him doing.
Yes.
Yeah. We can see him doing. And these are the kind of leaders we want. I also had him talk about Singapore, and the kind of steps they used. And the thing I liked about him is about the vision he has.
Yeah.
Because he looked at Singapore.
Yes.
And he did explain the things that we need to do to be there.
Yes.
Yeah. He based that on the reality we have right now. Yeah. Not on slogans, not on tribal politics and stuff.
Yeah.
Based on the metrics that we have right now. Yeah. He was talking about education. He called it basic human capital. Yeah. That there is no way you want to go to Singapore.
Yeah.
And you're destroying the education of the nation. Yeah, like tuliona hiyo mashida last grade 10 wakiingia shule. Yeah, unapata by week 1 about 800,000 students bado wajaingia shule. Shida ni gani?
Anze
capitation ya shule haijakuwa released by the government. So we are struggling at the basic things that we should do. Yet tunaangalia nations ziko too far to focus to fix masomo and like easy vitu basic. Yeah. That's why Ndindi Nyoro akona a strategy that we can use. Yeah.
Manze, such kind of leaders we need more.
Leaders watatupeleka mbali
man.
And the reason we are saying that, see ili tumpromote. We are looking at that based on how we should view things as Kenyans.
Yes.
Based on performance.
Yes.
And reality of where we are as a nation. See ati unakuja kutuambia tu slogans. Na utuambie like mambo iko aje sahi.
Yes. Wow. Interesting. I want us to, as we karibia kumalizia, I want us to talk about the role of church in politics in terms of not supporting the leaders that have already been manufactured by the system, but in terms of raising, you know, because the church has been there, yes, and you have been supporting certain individuals. But now, what about now when we view it in terms of them being the one that they manufacture the leaders, they train, you know, because if you check the Bible, it talks about train up a child in the way that he should go, and you never depart from it. Because we can't be waiting for systems to produce certain leaders, then we say as a church we support this one or support what do you think about church participating in bringing up the leaders? Then themselves they be the ones that present him to the nation for now an election.
The first thing you should know is that as a church, we are at an advantage.
An advantage?
Yeah. You know why?
Yes.
80% of Kenyans are Christians.
True.
Yeah. And you see, if at all we have got 80% of Kenyans as Christians, already we should be having leaders who are Christian-based.
Yes.
Yeah. So, there are some of the things we should do the best two things we can do as a church.
Yes.
Number one is educate our members. Like yes, ni poa tunasoma Bible, but we should have sessions where we should analyze the country's economy, the country's infrastructure,
yes,
policies, the nation. Bill ikipitishwa, the next Sunday tunafaa kuwa hapo tukianalyze. Yeah, vitu kama hizo, like hizo data tunafaa kuzipass on to the members, so that hizi vitu ndo zitaanza kutusumbua, like mbona debt yetu inafika 11 trillion. Unajua sasa hii debt yetu inafika 11 trillion. As a nation budget yenye hii country saa zingine inaweza kushangaza. Inaweza kushangaza because unapata last year budget ilikuwa 4 trillion. Guess to collect revenue ado ngapi? 2.5 trillion. Tuna collect 2.5 but tuna budget for 4 trillion. How is that even sensible?
Bro, najua hizi ni mashida za slogans. Because do you remember the as in the people who are in government right now, they were campaigning for themselves previously by saying, oh, the current president akona loans, and they came to power and now they are having more loans than him. Hizi ndo mashida za slogans.
So you see, as we continue to educate our members, that is from the head downwards. Pale kuna kijana ameketi and he is listening to these metrics na hazileti sense. Kuna kijana tu pale ametulia anasikia Kenya ina budget for much higher amounts than tunatengeneza. And of course ako agitated, anataka kulearn and anataka also ku rescue the nation. And you see, if at all we don't bring these metrics to them, atajua aje. Atajua aje where we are as a nation. Hizi vitu zitamfikia kiwa mzee, and already atakuwa ameingiwa na hii mambo ya tribal politics. Like atakuwa shaingiwa na hiyo mambo ya Mount Kenya nini.
Bro, unajua the original setup ya church was supposed to serve those purpose, because the church when it was created, it was supposed to, hiyo jina church kwa Bible, it's from the word ecclesia. So ecclesia, it is an assembly, it is a gathering, it is a member, it's a group of people that actually legislate laws on a certain land, on a certain territory. In fact, one of the roles of the church, apart from now, church was reduced to selling hope, or to giving people hope, which is hope that does not inaishiaga wapi. Hope inakuwekanga tu, inafanyanga tu usikie fiti lakini haikuplay results. Monroe used to say, religion makes you feel good but it doesn't make you good. It only makes you feel good. So unapata I've even forgotten what I wanted to say.
Ulikuwa on making laws and
yes. So so policies are supposed to be made in church after you need, after training people on the character, because actually God expects us to govern this land, right? He expects us, because alisema let them have dominion, which means let them have rulership, let them have control, let them have leadership, let them have management over the land. So after we have talked, after a sermon, we have had a sermon, we need to now formulate laws that will govern this land. We need to formulate strategies that can actually make life better for people, for generations that are coming. In fact, tunafaa kuanga na kikao after service, tunasema sasa which strategies do we implement on this nation this week. Those are some of the things that should be happening in church. This should be an assembly. Assembly is like parliament. Parliament where laws are formulated, projects are passed, and it should be happening here. We share ideas on how we can make the nation go forward. Those are the roles of the church.
Yeah. And now you see, based on that, now if we focus on educating our members, what will happen is people will start rising up.
Yes, sure.
And now we'll talk about now shaping our leaders, because we'll already have people who are stepping up to make our country better. the things that we need is only training them on a few things,
yes.
like how to talk in front of people,
and public stuff. Speaking and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So you see, as a church, we cannot avoid this topic.
Yes,
we cannot avoid this topic because it involves us.
Yes.
Yeah. And also I find us sometimes intriguing because you find the church not talking about like sometimes unaweza pata vitu zimefanyika in the nation, the church has not addressed.
Yes.
Unaweza pata sometimes naonanga comment based on vitu zimeaffect church pekee. Like juzi kumekuwa na hii event ya Gashago huko ilikuwa Odhaya.
Yes.
Odhaya, and unapata on such ndo wanapeana their voice. And even on giving their voice hawapeani solutions. Yeah, like to make hivi and the inaitangwa NCCK imesema like politicians that this was bad and this was bad. Now okay, imefanyika, what are the things that you're supposed to be doing isifanyike tena church? And you see, if at all tukose solutions, these things will keep happening over and over again.
Sometimes action needs to be taken against those people that have you know, Biblia ilikuwa kwamba ile time zingine tunakosa goodwill ya government basically. You know, government has all the cup, it has as in iko na kila kitu kwa mikono yake ya ku change vitu fulani man. Wako na detectives, wako manze machinery zote ziko kwa mikono yao. So goodwill. Alafu story ya kuwa bias, you know, I have seen even Ambassador John CW talk about this. He talks about church leaders who they go to now to maybe government offices. Let me avoid using the word I wanted to use. And they are given handouts. Example, you called, I come pray for government official planning. So when you go, they are given money. So by the time they come to comment about anything, they are biased.
Yeah.
Because you can't be against something that you're part of. So wezi kula chakula ya king now speak against the king. So many have compromised statements because I say wamepewa so much money. So if there's something that they need, the church actually needs to step out this year. From this year going forward, if we have to change this nation, we need leaders who cannot be bought. We need church leaders who, when you give them money, they be like, no, why is the reason of giving me money? Because every money that you don't work for, they are buying something from you. So we also need leaders who are not biased. They cannot be bought, you know, and they can also, because someone who has already given you money, correcting him will be very hard, you know. So if they want someone who wants to give money to the church, let them use the channel of offering and all. You should not know who is giving. Wewe enda uweke kwa basket ya offering. History ya kupewa pesa through your hand, mtu anakununua. So history ya pia church leaders, let them be examples. Wasikubali kununulika man. See, there's the same people who they are teaching and saying God sees our sinful the activities that we do. So funny, they forget sometimes that these things that they do is sin as well, you know. So we also need to actually, leaders need to stop that. Hiyo story ya kununuliwa z. All right. So then conclude your final statement, your concluding statement, your parting shot.
My parting shot, as Kenyans and as the church, we have a lot to do. The first thing we have to do is learn where we are as a nation, because depending on the kind of leaders we have, ni rahisi kudanganywa, and we have seen that over the years. So we must, and this is to all Kenyans. We must know our metrics. We must know the how we are performing economically as a nation. How much money do we have as a country? How much money goes to the counties? we must have this info in us, so that it might help us perform, know like who has performed and who has not. The second thing we have to do is as a church, as we said, we have to raise our own leaders. Not only as a church, also as a country, we have to raise our own leaders. I saw a small problem tunakwanga nayo hiyo ya kupewa pesa, and I thought of it as a politician, because pia wao wanapitia hii shida, so niko like naenda kutafuta voters, and voters wako like kama tupei kitu kidogo, wewe toka hapa, hata hakuna kitu unatushow. So you see, me as a politician, I must find money so that niwape. And shida hii inaleta ni politicians wanakuwa funded na other parties. So if at all maybe we some kuna company ya sewage, mimi natafuta governor wa Nairobi, sina pesa, voters wanahitaji pesa, what do I do? Mimi nitakuja kwako nikuombe pesa and you'll give me the money. So what will happen is, by the time naingia kwa hiyo kiti ya governor, my leadership is already compromised. Even though I'm a Christian, even though I have principles, because you gave me money, I have to return. And maybe tulikuwa tumepromisiana nikiingia hapo contract zote za sewage Nairobi ni zako. So you see, whether unafanya kazi poa, whether unafanya kazi mbaya, and this is what has been happening to our nation. Like unapata hata leaders tuko nao, wengine ni wazuri, but based on vile waliingia hapo, circumstances zina force wakwe other people, and wape jobs other incompetent people, junior waliwa fund. So until you change this, tukwe sisi ndo tuna finance our own leaders, wenye tunataka waran, tutaishi kuwa affected by this.
So true. Hiyo kitu lazima pige change. Hiyo story ya nini? Ya kuitisha politicians pesa.
And maybe the last thing yenye tunafaa to avoid kabisa ni hiyo ya ethnic politics. Hiyo tunafaa to avoid kabisa, because nimeona right now hata sahi tuko in a wave yenye tulikuwa tunasema kuhusu 1 term 2 term, sijui Mount Kenya, sijui watu wa Mnyoro, sijui watu wa Ruto. Are we sitting down and asking ourselves, huyu wa Mnyoro amekuwa hapa, amefanya nini? Are we judging him based on metrics, ama because he is saying things zenye tunataka kusikia? Utapata some of us tunampenda because anasema 1 term. Sisi tunataka kusikia 1 term. But lazima tukae chini as Kenyans to analyze every candidate we have. Yes, umekuwa kwa hii nation, umefanya nini? Capability yako ni gani? Tukihepa hizo, we'll go down this chain of this cycle of kupata bad leadership every election, and tunakuwa tired by the second year. And the cycle repeats every and each time tunakuwa na elections. So pia hiyo lazima tuangalie sana
bana. Man, for sure. So that's why we are here. We said as a Ecclesia, we are here to make sure we shape the mindset and the culture. So our aim is that we change the culture that are not working for us, that have caused us to be a nation that is behind. Hizi cultures zimefanya inchi kuwe corrupt, inchi sisonge. Those are the cultures we want to change. We are not talking about any other culture, but the culture of leadership that we need to change. So those are some of the things that we found that we should discuss. So we'll discuss more things concerning how we can make our nation better. So stay tuned. And we are also starting a movement where you can be part of the movement. You just register with us and be part of the movement that we would like to shape. First we change mindset kama sisi wenyewe, then we campaign for changed mindset, changed culture, so that we can actually achieve a better nation. All right, so thank you for being part of this amazing conversation, See you next time. This is Ecclesia Kenya. My name was Samuel Mwangi Njeri, a leader, a strategist, as well as a speaker on governance.
My name is Daniel Mukuha, an engineer and also a digital marketer.
Thank you so much. See you next time.